Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video I will be talking about the elemental spawns that just came out. The elemental spawns guarantee a cost 32 ultra rare gear infused 4 times, so they work almost literally like the class spawn. The difference between the class spawn and this is it's 30 gems less, and this one is completely random when it comes to choosing the gear that you want. The class spawn allows you to choose the weapon of your class. Well, it won't allow you to choose the exact weapon, but it'll allow you to choose a weapon of your class, guaranteed. And it will, or you could choose an armor instead. So this one is completely random. You may get a weapon of your class, you may not, or you may get an armor completely. So keep that in mind when you're doing this one. The choices of what you could get are completely random. The only thing you're allowed to choose is the element, unlike the class spawn. So keep that in mind when you're doing this one. Now, I would say this is better than the step up spawn, because again, like, the step up spawn is not a bad idea overall, A-team. Keep that in mind, like the weapon step up spawn that is, but like, you got 30 costs in here. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I don't even know why you got 30 costs in the pool. I think you're on heck of drugs for this one, seriously. I cannot believe you threw 30 costs in here. 32 for me would be like alright, like that's like the stretching point right there. That's the stretching point. Any lower than that and you're just tripping, to me, in my opinion. Maybe not to you guys and gals, but definitely for me, I'd say they're tripping after 32. Like, they go any lower than 32, I don't even know what they're doing, to be fairly honest. It's completely random and all that stuff. Same for the elemental spawns, but this one's 32 cost or higher guaranteed. At least one of the pieces will be 32 cost or higher guaranteed. So that's what I like about this one. Is this one allows you to choose the element, 32 cost, guaranteed, and it's infused 4 times. Unlike the step up, you're doing a full 45 step up. Yes, you might get multiple weapons, but this one, it will be infused 4 times, so that could be a bigger discount depending on whether it's going to be useful for one of your classes. One of your classes, that's the key word, one of your classes. By that I mean you might be trying to run multiple classes and help out multiple classes. So if that's definitely you. Like, if you're just not focusing on one class, definitely look at this elemental spawn and see if it's worth your time or not. Now, for the elemental spawn, and what I would recommend you doing is, first things first, we got the event going on, as we all know, the Curtains Rise on a strategy. And it's a time element, so that means that it's going to have 2 weaknesses. It's going to have dark and light as weaknesses. So definitely, if you could stock up on dark or light elemental stuff, it would help out a lot. But dark element doesn't have any of the featured stuff, or as the up-to-date featured stuff would be. So I would recommend the light stuff, because it shows right here in the featured gear that you could actually get the light weapons and armors at 34 and 35 cost. Not all of these element spawns have 35 and 34 cost stuff. As you can see right here, all this stuff is 32, and holy smokes, that is not a lot of stuff. But yeah, all this stuff is 32, so not all the elemental spawns have 34 and 35 cost stuff. Light is one of the ones that have 34 and 35 cost stuff. They'll literally show you up here what has 34 and 35 cost stuff. As for everything else, you gotta kind of check it and Google it, to be fairly honest. But yeah, Star and Light look like the only 34 and 35 cost stuff. So if you're definitely farming this event, if you need help with farming this event, you need a little more power, I definitely recommend the Light spawn over the Dark spawn. Light or dark spawn will do, but definitely the light spawn, because that way you can get higher stuff and have a little more gear score to yourself overall compared to the dark spawn. And if that's not you, you could always wait for the dragon. You could always like build up for the dragons when they come back out, the 40 cost dragons. Now, thanks to process of elimination, we've already destroyed the wind dragon. Well, we haven't destroyed the wind dragon. The wind dragon's over, the water dragon's over, and I think the dark one's over as well. So that means we do not need fire element anymore. We do not need the wind element anymore, and we do not need the light element anymore. We will still need star, we will still need dark, we will still need water, and definitely time. I would highly recommend time. Star would be the last element choice I would choose, because when it comes, well, not star, actually, let me take all that back. But definitely I would recommend the time element, because when the star dragon comes out, if you could stock up on the time element stuff, right, you are going to be what we call set, because the Star Dragon is going to be the most OP. And why will it be the most OP? Because during an element battle, Star has 2 weaknesses, not 1 but 2. Well, not 2 weaknesses, but 2 strengths. Two strengths, and that would be light and dark. So definitely, if you can stock up on time, gear and weapons and armor, I would definitely highly recommend that. Now it looks like they are 32, 33, I'm not sure, 30, I think they're both 33 weapons. So for each class, I think they're all 33 cost weapons. The armors, I have no clue. They have to be 33 or 34, it looks like, if the weapons will be 33. So yeah, definitely look into those, because they're not 32 costs. They're 33 cost or higher guaranteed for the time. So keep that in mind while you're doing the time. It looks like they're 33 cost or higher guaranteed. I have no clue. You might want to Google to make sure of the cost. If you're really cost scared or cost anxious over whether they're 32 or 33, but it looks like they are. And that's pretty much all I could say for this. Oh yeah, I definitely don't recommend doing these. I have no clue what they thought they were doing. An SR gear piece guaranteed or higher. Don't do these, please. Seriously, don't do these. I don't know what they were thinking. Yes, they do have rates up, it looks like, for the SSRs. But honestly, Divine Grace, better rates, and these are random. Unlike the class spawn, these are random. So you're just getting a element of your choice guaranteed. Divine Grace has a lot more rates, and on top of it, you're choosing a chest at the very end. So you're getting a bonus on top of higher SSR rates, because Divine Grace has a 12% SSR rates. And guess what? For 5 gems less, you're doing this. This one's 20. You're spawning 5 times. Divine Grace, you're spawning 10 times. 12% rates, not 8%, but 12% rates on the SSR. And on top of it, you're getting a chest at the very end. So if you're definitely going to be spawning for SSRs, I definitely recommend the Divine Grace spawn. The first time half off. The first time half off, that is. So that way you're getting more SSRs instead. Or you could just do these free spawns. They have the video point spawns, and they have the free 1 time a day spawns. You could get SSRs from there as well. So definitely stick to those. And with that being said, I hope this helped out, and I will see you in the next video. This is the AzureWrath. I'm out. Peace.